Hi everyone, welcome back to another video in the Web Security Academy series. In today's video, we'll be covering lab number 24 in the cross-site scripting module titled Reflected XSS into a Template Literal with angle brackets, single, double quotes, backslash, and backticks Unicode escape. If you do not have an account on the Web Security Academy, you can get one by visiting the URL portswigger.net/websecurity and clicking on the sign up button. I already have an account and I am logged in, so to access the exercise, I'm going to click on Academy, select all labs, do a search on cross-site scripting labs, and go down to lab number 24, titled Reflected XSS into a Template Literal with angle brackets, single, double quotes, backslash, and backticks Unicode escaped. Alright, let's get started. This lab contains a reflected cross-site scripting vulnerability in the search block functionality. The reflection occurs inside a template string with angle brackets, single, and double quotes HTML encoded and backticks escape. To solve the lab, perform a cross-site scripting attack that calls the alert function inside the template string. Alright, so the target goal over here is to exploit the reflected XSS vulnerability and call the alert function. Let's access the lab. Now notice over here, this is the built-in browser in Burp, and so all my requests are already being passed in my Burp proxy. Alright, as usual, when it comes to cross-site scripting vulnerabilities, what you want to do is look for input that is taken from the client side and reflected back in the application. So if we put a string right over here and click on search, you could see that in the output, the string that we put in the search field is reflected back to us in the application. Now let's see if there's any other places that are not directly visible to us in the browser. So right click and view page source and look for the string test. Now you could see there's only one instance of it, and it's the one in the heading field that we saw right over here. But the interesting thing over here is you could see that the string is in a variable called message, and the way the variable is set is using backticks. Now, this immediately tells me that they're using the JavaScript template engine because of the backticks. And the thing with that is you could execute client-side code in a template engine. All you have to do is really use the syntax to execute a function, and the syntax would be just the $, and then whatever function you want to execute. So we want to alert on something, and we'll just alert on the number 1. So let's copy this, put it in here. Since it is being executed in a template engine right over here, we should be presented with the alert function. So let's click search. And here we go. We are presented with the alert function. Click on OK, and you should see the congratulations, you solved the lab message. All right, so we successfully completed the exercise by exploiting the reflected XSS vulnerability. In the next lab, we'll look at another case of a cross-site scripting vulnerability.